Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. We've got the Chariot, lovely card. Bottom of the Fairy Tarot is the Empress. Wow, so you've got some wonderful energy coming in for you. So let's have a look. Okay, so for the second house, this is the house of income. So whatever is your source of income, but it's also the house of your self-worth, your value systems, and also your inherent talents, abilities, and skills. So any one of those areas may be highlighted for you at this time. The value systems and the self-worth are kind of sometimes interconnected with your income, and obviously even with your skills. But the value systems, most people are having a review of that in some way, because things have changed quite dramatically in the world, and what you valued before may be changing now. So let's just see how that comes in for you. We've got Black Moon Lilith mystery. So something is a bit of a mystery. There is something kind of undercurrents going on, or there's something moving in the background. Perhaps you're not quite, haven't got all the facts and figures, or you haven't got everything sorted out about it yet. But it's like something lurking that could be happening. It could also be that you you need to stand your ground in some way about something in this house, and stand firm. This is a very strong dark feminine, but it's this very strong feminine power. It's the witch's wand of power, so it's kind of got this mystery and magical allure to it. But it very much, it can be about that. You may just have to stand your ground. It can also be that you need to get your emotions under control, or you could be on the receiving end of something like that. So this is to do with, perhaps just saying something or taking an action which comes from fear or anger, and anger comes from fear. So taking an action or saying something, and then it really upsets the apple cart with a situation that perhaps you could have handled a bit more delicately. So just be careful with that. It's something to do with, with something in the second house that is coming up for you at this time. It could also be that you are on the receiving end of that. Now, this can be negative emotions. So these could be your negative emotions, or they could be, say, you're on the receiving end of it. These are the sort of, they stem from fear. So this can be anger, jealousy, bitterness, feelings of being overlooked in some way. It's like resentment. And in some cases, some people get quite vengeful, so it just depends on what's going on in your situation, and it's just find a healthy outlet for that, and deflect it if it's coming at you, but find a healthy outlet for it, and find ways to exercise that in a wholesome way. It can also bring in sudden fame, or some sort of raised profile, and that can sometimes bring that negative reaction to you, where you could be getting ahead in some way in this house. Now, you have got Freya bold here, so do you feel you're making progress in some way, or there's some action which is going to lead to progress? You've got a lot of success coming up here for you. So I feel it's something that you're going to perhaps overcome, or something that you're going to initiate, or something that you're going to move ahead with. And it could really, you could have others around you who are looking at you negatively because you are changing your life, or you're moving ahead with something. So see how that resonates for you. Or you could just be aware of something in the background, something moving, and you haven't just got all the facts and figures yet about it. It hasn't, you can see it moving, but you're not quite sure what is the situation. Now we've got Freya bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. So what she's saying, that whatever, whatever needs to be sorted out here, just make sure that you're doing it from a place of control, all right? And as I said, you may also have to stand firm about something. So apply it as it resonates to your situation. You could be one or the other, or something else I've said may resonate with you. but it's saying that this is a very very forward, a very positive feminine energy, and this is very strong feminine. So I do feel that whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. We have both. We have to balance both. And you know, if one is a bit down, then you have to find ways to elevate that to bring you into balance. So this is a very strong forward motion. It's about being bold. It's about appreciating your sexuality. This could be a self-worth issue. It's like a very flirtatious energy, so very vivacious. So it's like a very confident, outgoing, progressive energy. And she's got that boldness about her. She loves her body. She's not afraid to flaunt her body. She's not afraid to take action as need be in here. So see how it resonates for you. But it is about going on an adventure of some sort, and to be daring, you know, to go to have the confidence to go for something that is right for you. And as I said, you may have a negative reaction from others around you, or you may just be putting the pieces together. But it could also be that you need to stand firm on something and be bold about what it is that you want to initiate here. Then we've got, we've also got 12th house coming in for you. So 12th house has many aspects to it. It's usually about spiritualism or spirituality, meditation, mysticism, and also healing. Deep healing is possible, whether you are a healer or you are receiving healing, or you work in the service industry, service to others where healing is involved. You know, service to others comes in with the 12th house. And this is almost like selfless service, you know. It's also about withdrawal or retreat in some way. And that sometimes goes with the spiritual life. In other words, a meditation where you withdraw periodically to connect to the divine or to source. And it can also be about channeling. It can also be about bringing down imagination, inspiration, connecting to the universe and channeling information down, or bringing information down like inspiration. So you may be an artist and you're receiving inspiration, or you're a writer and you've got this very imaginative connection. It can also go into fantasy and illusion. So just be careful with that it doesn't give you rose-tinted spectacles about situations, you know. It's also about resolutions to things, in some cases ending. So it can be an ending of something that's been troublesome in your life, or the ending of a cycle, something like that. It can also bring soulmates or connections, karmic connections into your life. And these are people, this can be all kinds of karmic connections, or working on karmic issues that you've come into this lifetime to deal with. So those may be rising up. And you have, as I said, you always have the opportunity for healing. The unconscious is ruled by the 12th house. So now your unconscious rules about 90% of your life. And this is everything that's going on behind the scenes of you. So everything in the unconscious, it's your unconscious behaviors, motivations, complexities, programming, like deep-seated beliefs that you have about yourself, or whatever the situation is. All of this can come up. It can also be twin flames. If you're into twin flames, that can also be coming up with this card. But it can also be about addictions of all kinds. So whether this is substances, or whether it's media or drama, or addiction to worry, whatever the situation, any of those things may come up. Because they're kind of in your unconscious, you know, they're there, and there's a reason why they're there. So it's about delving deep. The 12th house is deep, but you have the opportunity to raise yourself up, to connect to the divine, to, you know, manifest your dreams, as it were, and also dream state is very important. So your dreams may be very important during this time. Now, we've got here Saturn return age, and then we've got Rhiannon sorceress. We've also got responsibility. So I do feel that this is being responsible to yourself, about moving yourself forward in any way, which, you know, if you've got anything that's holding you back, or any kind of inhibition, or any kind of situation which you need to resolve now, it's about being responsible to yourself, your dreams, your path in life, what you've come here to do, taking responsibility, and responsibility for anything that needs to be sort of closed off or resolved, as I said. So with the Saturn return, things can be coming back now. Saturn return is the task. Saturn is the taskmaster of the zodiac. Very strong energy, but it's about bringing harmony into your life. And you can only do that by having very strong foundations and building things properly the first time round. So any structures or systems or situations in your life which are on a wobbly basis will crumble or fall away. And it's also about obviously taking responsibility for things. So for some people, a Saturn return can be things coming back from the past which just haven't worked. In some cases, it can be a bit of a loss. Something has occurred, and it's about transforming that. With Saturn return, it's a wonderful energy to recreate. It's a second chance energy. So it's about now finally going after something which is close to your heart, something that's really important to you. You may be in a situation where you have been somewhere or doing something or in a relationship or whatever the situation may be, which was something that you were in just because it was appropriate for that time, but there were aspects of it which kind of stifled your growth, or it wasn't really what you wanted, or something. It could be the return of something that didn't work before, or it was something that you always wanted to do, and you never got a chance for whatever reason. You may have been just doing a job which was paying the bills and which was suitable, but now you want to really unleash yourself and go after something which is dear to your heart, or something that is really important to you. So it's a second chance. It's a release and a redirect. So it's a releasing of your energy from where it has been, and redirecting it into an area which is really going to light your goals up for the future. But it's about taking responsibility for your own goals and your own dreams. So quite often this pops up with people who have reached a point in their life where their children have grown up, or they are changing something in their lives, and it's like a complete shift, but you have to want to do it. You have to want to take the responsibility for your own dreams and goals. So if you've been people pleasing, or if you've been doing something to suit somebody else's situation, or you may have just been in that frame, it's now time to release that and go after what's important for you. There's going to be a bit of work. It won't be fast moving action. This is about building. This is about creating a really strong foundation. But whatever you create under this is going to be very long lasting and steady. So it's also about taking, as I said, responsibility for things that haven't worked, or things that just need resolving, dealing with things from the past, and facing up to things, in some cases. For some of you, it could be either emotional loss or physical loss of some sort, possessions or money even. Just take it as it resonates, but I do feel it's about you suddenly, taking on something, taking your energy from where it has been and redirecting it now. It's a course correction. That's what it is. Now, with the age concept, it's saying that don't think that you're too young or too old to take this energy on. If you bring Saturn into your life, if you apply yourself, if you work towards what it is that you want, if you really apply yourself and bring in steadiness, create systems or schedules or some kind of foundation on which to build, and do it properly, brick by brick, then whatever you create will stand you in good stead. And it's all about the future. This is about building something that's going to be long lasting for you. We've got Rhiannon Sorceress. So you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So this is about, the Aquarians have the ability to see into the future. They have the ability to grasp concepts which are quite futuristic by nature, can also be unconventional, different, cutting edge, quite technical. There's lots of ways the Aquarian energy can manifest. So this is, whatever's your brand, your flair, your own particular brand of magic. Now you can manifest that in many, many different ways. It can be in your profession. It can be the way you conduct yourself. It can be the way you're raising your children. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it's about manifestation. So spend time in nature, learn from nature. There's a full moon there. But it's about harnessing your magical nature, and we are all born with innate abilities, and it's about harnessing that and applying that into your daily life. And this is about positive, thinking, positive words, speak things into existence, and then that is what you will manifest. So affirmations, learning, as I said, learning from nature, learning from and understanding the way things are moving, trends and movement in society, whatever the situation is, but harness your own particular flair, your own particular something that you can do, or something that you can harness to bring you what you want here, or to bring you out of something that you have been, that has been an inhibition for you, holding you back, or it could be grasping that inspiration and imaginative side of yourself, which will manifest with the 12th house, and certainly with Jupiter going into Pisces. So it's about harnessing that side of yourself. We've also got just before we go to that, I just want to bring in the Pluto transformation. So I do feel there is some transformation going to go on here as well. So this is stuff coming up from the deep, okay? Things that have been hidden or underneath or not revealed, and now this could be emotions, this could be feelings you have, and I feel this may be to do with the Saturn return. This could be kind of like your long-held loves of things that you want to do, or aspects of your life that you really would like to focus on, or even emotions. It's releasing that, okay? That's suddenly coming out now from being suppressed or being in the background. Now it's coming out, because now you get the opportunity to release or redirect, release and redirect, course correction, second chance, whether it's something that you want to do, or it's connected to someone, whatever the situation is. It's about transforming that deep energy and bringing it into the light. Pluto rules the underground, so it's bringing it up from underneath, whether it's suppressed emotions or feelings or situations. It's expressing that and dealing with it, facing up to it. It's also about bringing new things into your life, and you can't do that unless you release old things. That's where the transformation comes in. So it's endings and beginnings, it's closing one chapter, beginning another, it's releasing things that no longer serve you, things that have been holding you back, or things that are just preventing your growth. It's about harnessing that and the power of Pluto to actually move yourself forward in some way. Now we've got here a 5th house, creativity. So this is all kinds of, everything to do with creativity comes in with this. And this can be any, we're all born creative. Not all of us are born artistic, but everybody is born creative. So, we use it every day in our decisions, in the way we speak, the way we dress, the way we do things in our home, the way we do things at work. The way we, just to conduct ourselves, our ideas. We may be a very creative thinker. So, this is all about that. It's also the house of children. So this may be relevant to you. You may have a family. You may need to perhaps get in touch with your children more, spend more time with your children, or something to do with your children may be coming up. Or you may want to have children. It's connecting to that. It's conception as well. And it could also be that you maybe need to tap into your inner child, your own inner child. And I do feel that this is why this is coming up again. This could be something you longed to do, or something you really enjoyed when you were younger. And it got suppressed or sidelined in some way. And now you're coming back to that. It's going to express itself with the Pluto energy. Whatever has been suppressed, or whatever is in the background or underneath, will pick its time to come out, and it could very well be doing that this month. It's also about sort of any kind of love affair that you have in your life, or anything to do with that. It's also about all kinds of pleasurable activities. This can be sports. It can be any kind of activity which is enjoyable for you, whether it's a handcraft or a physical activity. All forms of recreation, all forms of activities, enjoyable, pleasurable activities come in with this card. And so that, as I said, it could be sport or just something that you enjoy doing. But this is about fun. This is about playfulness. And anything to do with that. And that can manifest with a love affair. It can manifest with children. It can manifest through an activity that you're enjoying, or a creative activity. And it really is it's a very creative and uplifting energy. and it's something that you are, it's your sort of form of expression. And as I said, it could also be to do with your children or the conception process, you know. All of that may be coming in. There is also a risk element in this house. This is about risk of some sort. Now, it can be stock exchange, or it can be gambling, but I do feel it's also about taking a risk in some way. Could be coming in with this. And I do feel that is important, because you've got Pele here. This is about divine passion. Now, Pele often comes out with the Saturn return, and this is about your divine passion. All right, what is really closest to your heart? What is really gets you up in the morning? What you would do for free? What really is something that lights you up? That is your divine passion. That is what Pele is about. This eruption of this energy, this love for something, this incredible connection or affinity, or just a real passion that you have about something or even someone. And with Saturn, that is going to definitely, you if you can harness this energy, you'll be able to release this and go after what it is that you want. And certainly with the Pluto transformation, this could be something that has been hidden or down, been suppressed in some way, or just sidelined. And now she's asking you, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? And Saturn is going to ask you the same question. Be realistic, all right? You can't live in an illusion or a fantasy or to somebody else's dream. You've got to take responsibility, as I said, responsibility for your own divine passions. You take responsibility for your dreams and your goals, all right? Now is the time to set those in motion. So be honest, let this out, release it, release the Kraken. So, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's desire? What is really in your heart? What do you want to really manifest for yourself? Now is the time. With Saturn return, wonderful time to do that, and release this. And for some of you, it may be a person, or it could be just love in general. Because we have got Isolde, undying love here. So this, in some cases, can deal with the passing of somebody from your life. Or it could be the loss of a love, or just some sort of ending that occurred, and it was quite painful. Or it could just be that you have been through a period where you haven't had anybody in your life, and you've kind of lost your mojo, or lost the urge for that, or the enjoyment of all love-related activities. So take it as it resonates. So undying love, the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So whether this is somebody that has left your life or passed from your life, or it's just the loss of that, that energy from your life, kind of almost like you've lost your mojo. But it can also, as I said, be attached to somebody that may have left your life, or you're just reflecting on past experiences in your love life, and they kind of left you a bit depleted. Or as I said, with Mercury retrograde, somebody you may see something about somebody from the past, and it may bring up those feelings again. But just know the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So what this is saying is that whatever love or whatever efforts you made in that direction, it all gets recorded. It's all recorded in the Akashic records, and this is for eternity. Any efforts, any attempts you made at love, everything you tried to do for love is all recorded. And this is for you and anybody else in the same situation. It's all there. So basically everything we go through, every experience in life, no matter what it is a learning experience, and it all gets recorded. And everybody else, we're all connected. We all learn from those experiences. So we can tap into those records to download information. Somebody else overcame this. So this is how, it's a guideline. So everything is a learning experience. We are basically reporting back on everything that happens in our lives, whatever we create. So it's just saying, just rest assured that whatever efforts you've made, whatever love you put into any situation, however it went down, whatever happened, it's there. And it's recorded eternally. So this is about now moving away from that. This is about now opening yourself up to the love vibration, whether this is with somebody or for a new person, or whether you are just making yourself available for that now. Take it as it resonates. It could be the renewal or the regeneration of love in a situation as well. So this is about kind of going through a healing process where you come out on the other side and you are now open to love. Now, this, as I said, can be in a relationship, but it can also be just opening up to love in general. And this is, love is the fabric of the universe. It's the language of the universe. So love is always going to be there. Love is all there is, really. And if you close yourself off to that, for whatever situation or whatever circumstance that drove you to that, you kind of close yourself off to life as well. So this is about opening up to life, opening up to love, love for yourself, number one. And then if there is another around, then love for that person as well, but also love for life. And this is about bringing nature into your life. Spend time in nature, spend time with the flowers. Get out into nature, and that will regenerate your energy and regenerate your life force as well. It's about connecting to that. And I feel with the 12th house, this could also very well be about regenerating that side of yourself. Whatever has been kind of sidelined or hasn't really taken off or got suppressed or whatever the situation is, it's about regenerating that in yourself and bringing that love vibration into your life, opening up to the love vibration. And this can be, as I said, just bringing it into your life. And as soon as you bring love into your life, love for your environment, love for your pets, love for your home, love for another, love for yourself, number one, must be most important. And maybe this is why you've got the second house, because it's to do with self-worth as well. Love for yourself is primary. From that, everything else flows, okay? So enjoy this process. It's a swift and a healing process. And as I said, 12th house is about healing, so this aspect is coming out for you. And reach for it, and enjoy this process and open up. And you will bring towards you the love vibration, and with that comes many other things. Now, just lastly, we've got here the Chariot, success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So with the 12th house, as I said, it could even be second house, perhaps with income. This could be an accomplishment that you are achieving here. So like I said, fame or some sort of raised profile. So success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. With the 12th house, you need self-discipline and you need boundaries, okay? And so celebrating your accomplishments, this can also be coming in here. This could be, as I said, a complete change of direction for you, going after your heart's desire, and being in the spotlight in some way, which can be brought in by Black Moon Lilith, all right? So it's a very, very beautiful energy, very progressive energy. This is movement. This is movement forward, and you've got it's swift movement, and it's success, you know. But it comes from your efforts and your work that you've put in. Whether you're doing this is purely internal, putting work into yourself, or whether this is actually putting it into whatever it is that you're doing. You know, each of us are different. We're all going to have different aspects. So, you know, this is all about finding that success, but that forward movement, which is going to take you places. Going back to this 5th house, this energy of action, activity, pleasurable activities, having fun. This is a very uplifting energy, going after your passion. Taurus is a very grounded energy. It's a very stable, steady energy, but it's also got a lot of creativity to it. The arts come in with Taurus. All forms of artistic activities, whether this is stage work or the media, or whether it's artistic work, or whether it's sculpture, or just enjoying the arts in general. So having fun, getting out and about, enjoying that those activities. As I said, you're going to get a lot of pleasure and a lot of fun from that. And there may be some sort of risk that you need to take. Perhaps you have an artistic talent or a creative talent which hasn't been used, or you haven't focused on it for a long time. And Saturn's return is giving you the opportunity now. And that is why you've got the Taurus card, because it's can be very creative, very artistic, or very any of the arts could be coming in with this. It could be singing, it could be musical instruments, whatever that may be for, or it could just be you enjoying those activities which are going to uplift your energy and raise you to a higher vibration. It's also a very sensual energy. This is tactile sensuality, and this could be for another. You may be connecting with somebody at this time, or reconnecting to somebody. So it's that sensuality coming in. The 5th house can be about love affairs, as I said, so it's a very sensual energy, and it's also about having your creature comforts, your home comforts around you. So enjoying yourself, really enjoying yourself. Could be a few little luxuries. Really, it's a very tactile, very good energy for that. In some cases, it can be about accumulation of wealth or accumulation of material things as well. So all of this come in for you, but it's a very steady growth energy. This is about growth, stability and growth and nurturing. Nurturing comes in with this as well. Then finally, bottom of the Fairy Tarot was the Empress. One of the highest cards that you can get. It says, time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury, which is basically what I said here. But you need to tap into your creative talents, your artistic talents, whatever you have, you know, your manifestation abilities, your inherent skills, talents and abilities. And you've got to tap into that and be bold. Be bold about what you're going to do. Go after what it is that you want. And harness this beautiful creative energy. The Empress is very creative, very powerful energy. It's the children involved. There may be children involved for you. Maybe conception. It could be pregnancy. It could be the growth or the fertility of an idea, or your artistic talent, or just some other talent that you have, whatever your skill set is. It's the growth and the nurturing of that, and the time to take action. It's go for it now. Now is the time. And success that allows for a life of luxury. So you could very well turn your life around in some way and bring this beautiful, very fertile, very beautiful, bold energy, whether you're feminine or a masculine. Tap into that energy. It's a very royal energy. It's a very strong energy, but it's creative. It's abundant, and that's the energy that you want to bring in. Okay, Aquarius, hope you enjoyed that. Please take care and have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.